Let me know once you're able to see my screen.
Yes, I can see your screen.
And are you able to see the putty screen?
I see, yeah, the screen with the virtual box running.
Okay. Let me share the full screen, okay? Entire window, because it was showing partially.
Okay, I see putty now. Yeah.
Okay. So here right now, just give me 1 second. Huh? Okay, I'm back. So today what we are going to discuss mainly focus on one of the main daily activity you are going to engage with. It's very basic, very easy, and but we have to be very careful. So next maybe 45 minutes, 1 hour, we are going to have just today a little bit short session, maybe approx 1 hour. Okay, but in this 1 hour, it's very vital, you can say. Okay, so I'm going to give you first the scenario, the basic idea, and then what exactly we have to do in which scenario. So those 2 to 3 scenarios I'm going to discuss. Okay,
Right.
and the topic is tablespace and data file.
Mhm.
Okay, so I'm sharing my full screen right now. I have shared, and let me. Okay, so as usual, the default whenever we are going to have a database instance, this picture is you can say bread and butter for us. Okay, always this is means the DBAs Bible, you can say this figure. Okay. So we have to eat, breathe, pray, everything with this one.
Right.
So I'm not writing which one is what, just we are aware memory part, background processes, and the data files, this 3 part. Okay.
Yeah.
The reason I'm keeping it you, so this thing image should be there with you always. Okay. And here, the main thing we are discussing right now is this part. This part means, let's make it data file part, the red one. Or as a whole, you can say here we are having different type of table spaces we discuss. Like we focused mainly in the last session on the undo, right?
Right.
About read consistency, a lot of things we have discussed behind the scene. Okay. But today the thing is not more conceptual, more practical. Yesterday, just like practical, I have shown you just hardly 5-10 minutes, but we discuss more insights, a story, what's going on. So here, 2 things we need to first discuss that is very much confusing to start with as a DBA profile. And that 2 thing is, what is the relation between table space versus data file?
Right. Okay. So table space is a logical entity. So a table space could encompass many different data files. So yeah, so a table space is a logical entity and it encompasses many different, could have one data file or many different data files that are part of its memory space.
Okay, good. Now, whenever we are thinking or speaking within ourselves about any topic, mainly I'm focusing on the DBA, you have to understand the thing in such a way that if you're small kid, or suppose my mom will ask, okay, Upendra, can you please help me understand the difference or relation between tablespace and data file? See, being a non-technical person, novice in IT, okay, she will able to answer or she will able to understand. That simple or that simplicity we need to keep while thinking, while letting other understand. Before letting other understand, we have to understand our own thing, own way.
Mhm.
When we are saying, because see, whatever you are speaking to me, I know you read the document and on the basis of that, you are speaking to me, correct? But
Yes.
if I'll ask you, okay, Courtney, what does it mean logical? It's very, means it's not complete justification you can give for the logical one. You are saying data file is a physical entity, tablespace is a logical entity. In one tablespace, many data files are there. How you are going to relate this in your real scenario?
Mhm.
Are you getting the point what I'm trying to tell you?
Yes, yeah.
So that is very important. Otherwise, when you will speak, this interview will ask this question, you will be blank. Oh my God,
Right.
what this guy is asking. You are not going to speak louder to him, but nobody asked me this. Why he is speaking like this? Logical means logical. But you know that this is the right point he is asking. You are not able to convince yourself, so you are thinking on that way.
Right,
You are getting offended kind of.
right.
We have to understand. So again, my pattern is asking just the question. If you understand the question, answer is very easy. Okay?
Yeah.
Tablespace logical means what? We need to understand here, whatever you can see in front of the system in the right side, it's a database instant data as a whole Oracle database. But this Oracle database is basically sitting where? On top of something called operating system, correct?
Right.
OS, on top of OS. So the data file, if you'll go and check, you will be able to see with your naked eyes on the operating system. The data file means whatever dbf.dbf, user.dbf and all those things, you will be able to see with your naked eyes. Yes or no? That's his name.
Yes.
Yes.
Right.
So this is available in the OS. But can you able to see the table space with naked eyes? Answer is no. To see the table space, you have to give some command. Okay. Now, when I'm saying command means what? Command means, suppose you are going in this way. I'm starting the database. And in the meanwhile, database is starting. Okay. We are knowing some view, right?
Right.
Metadata means we want to check how many number of table spaces and data files are available already, right? So DBA underscore, suppose the data underscore files, correct? This is one view. And here we are going to check, select table space, then the file of DB underscore data underscore file. What we discussed, see the confusion we discussed yesterday, now why?
Yeah, the line size.
And now this is the reason I told you. That line size, and this is going to come with the practice. It is too much. So I can see data file is very much character is there, right? So I'll do what? Column name, format A, maybe 70, because I know this is going to. I give clear screen, then I give L, then I give backspace, enter. Hope you understood what I did and why I did. Yesterday, we have covered this.
Right.
If you will not able to format this, is very tough for you. Right now, only 3, 4, but actual environment, you are going to have 30, 40. Can you believe what type of mess up means? It's very tough for you to have little basic information about any metadata.
Right.
Nothing to do with technical. Okay. So format or set line size and column name. This is. So here, suppose users, and so you will go and check in the operating system, this file is available. Right? Whatever,
Right.
Not only ORCL, inside ORCL, whatever number of this thing is there, you will able to get it. Okay. So here, I'm going to OS prompt. I want to show you something here. If I give ls minus ltr, I gave paths. Stop me if you feel I'm going speed a little, okay? Because I know where to go speed, where to go slow, but still, if you're not able to cope up, stop me. Don't hesitate.
Okay.
See, you'll able to see this. But if I'll ask you, okay, Courtney, without starting the database, can you show me how many number of table spaces are available in this database? You'll not able to show it.
Right.
Now, coming to this picture, there should be a communication between operating system software and the database software. Operating system is blue line, that was outside, and inside Oracle software. To do the communication between the Oracle software and operating system, it should need a bridge. It should need some interface. It should have some mediator. Whichever way, I'm giving mediator term, I'm giving something or somebody, I'm giving some connect. Okay, all these three, whatever adjective or whatever this thing I'm using, this is nothing other than the logical entity, what we are referring as a table space. So to communicate between the Oracle software and operating system, there is a bridge, there is a mediator. That logical entity we are saying data space. Oracle software will communicate with the data file with the help of table space. Make sense?
Yeah, that's one way of looking at it. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
It's the bridge between the operating system and the table space is the bridge between the operating system and the data files.
Great. So that one statement now people will be able to feel it. What you are making means, is it Courtney making sense? Yes, it is making sense. And Courtney is also confident. Yes, it is true. So no more confusion.
Okay.
In the outside world, say for example, our company, SHA Infotech, okay? This is one entity. But what is SHA Infotech? If Courtney came to know, because our office is in what? It's a 16th floor, one of the floor having just maybe 1,500 square feet office, having 4-5 cabins, having maybe 10-15 seater. That's it. But how outside world will interact with this particular so-called this building, this floor number 1402, 1502? How? With the name of SHA Infotech. What is SHA Infotech? Is there any physical existence on that way? So SHA Infotech with address is the logical entity. Outside world will interact with this building as a SHA Infotech. So classroom you can see, KMN you can see, all those things. But how you will interact with this classroom or whoever associated with this classroom like me? So name only, right?
Right.
SHA Infotech is the equivalent to tablespace on that way, logical entity.
Right.
Same thing, Upendra or Courtney. What exactly? How outside people will understand Courtney? We both have same almost feature, right? Maybe height little bit here, there, but my name is Upendra. So Upendra is a logical entity. Courtney is a logical, but physical is body and all those. So same thing here. So we are done with tablespace versus data file.
Yeah.
Now, question here is, now we are going to a little bit technical part. This is the logical or conceptual part is there. Okay. So suddenly I'm giving you very important scenario you'll be getting from day one only. If you'll start working as a DBA, might be very first day you will be doing this task. What is that task? Task is you will get an email saying that the table space known as users is 80% or 85% full. Just to give you the context, what going on in the industry, okay. If your any mount point or anything related to processor, CPU, anything related to memory, okay, just like I'm sharing, hope you are seeing my screen. I'm showing the operating system one, okay, just to give you the actual work, what you will do. So here you will see CPU 50% showing, right? Memory 7% and disk is 5%. Correct?
Right.
Global truth, not only in India or US, everywhere in this world, if CPU utilization is more than 80%, between 80 to 90, it's a warning. It's 90 to 100, it's a critical. Same thing for memory. If it is 80% to 90, if less than 80%, you are good. 80 to 90 warning, 90 to 100 critical. Same thing for disk. Disk utilization, maybe CD drive, right? If it is 80% or less, you are good. No need to do anything. No need to be panicked. 80 to 90, warning. You have to do something, so it should reduce to less than 80%. By whichever mean, either you clean up the bad files or you ask your management or your operating that system admin to add more disk. Percentage should be less than 80%. Same thing, processor, you have to kill some process if needed, bad process, or you have to upgrade the processor. So upgrading processor is very big level decision. So normally we have to reduce the load onto server. When if it is 80 to 90, you can take some time, but you have to reduce. If it is 90 to 100, you have to take action now. Now means now. It's not that. Otherwise, maybe in 5 minutes, if you will be not taking action, there will be a bridge open. Maybe your VP will be joining the call also, along with 30, 40 people, including operating system, database, application, everybody will be jumping in the call. Why? Reason, it may be database issues. It may be application, due to application CPU is going high. It may be some operating system related, some activity they were doing. Whole entire team will jump into. Okay. So what I'm trying to tell here is any resources less than 80%, you are happy. If it is 80 to 90%, so here 80 to 90%, we are not going to discuss about CPU and disk. We are CPU and memory, we are not discussing. Here we are going to discuss about this disk, or actual, in the technical term here in the Oracle, is the table space. Because anything in Oracle, directly first preference represented by the table space only. Okay, because tablespace is nothing other than a collection. Ultimately, you are referring to data file only, correct? But
Right.
in the Oracle term, tablespace we will be using. So you will be getting alert in your email saying your tablespace called users is 85%. Please have a look. Or simply alert will come. There is a n number of tool available in the market when it will keep monitoring 24 into 7, 365 days. Okay, there is a separate team for that. They will be setting up the thing that any of the resource is coming above the safety zone, it will send you email automatically. It will go to the call center showing that this server is having this space issue. Please call the concerned team. That tech support guys or call center guys, they have each and every team's detail, including your boss, your director, your VP. Okay, they will be calling, sending you email. There is some SLA is there, service level agreement. If email will come, 30 minutes they will give time. Within 30 minutes, if you are responding, well and good. Otherwise, next level escalation will start. It will go to your manager. Directly, they will call you. If manager will not respond, directly it will go to director or somebody higher management.
SLA is service level. What was the A in SLA? Agreement. Okay.
Agreement. Yeah. There's some understanding. See, whenever you are doing something, some rule you have to follow. Correct?
Right.
Because if you will not respond, who is going to take responsibility? You cannot say that, okay, Courtney didn't responded, that database is down. I remember 20, this is a real story I'm sharing, the impact. Okay, so you will be able to understand the importance of it. 2013, Thanksgiving Eve, okay, in Chicago. So what happened? One of the server, it reaches the maximum CPU and it was not able to solve on time. So that server crashed. The result is all in the O'Hare airport, all gates stopped. Nobody were able to get in, out. Boarding pass through that terminal got stopped. All the flights, the gate assignment, that means takeoff and landing stopped. Chaos in the O'Hare airport. You can feel that Thanksgiving Eve, right?
Wow.
And in the next day, it's a international news, basically, kind of means share goes a little bit nose down kind of thing. See the impact. Why people are paying such a huge amount to these things, including DBAs. So here, coming back to exact point, the reason I'm saying all those things, if data file called something here users, that what we discussed, na? User, and if it is warning you ignored due to whatever reason, you didn't take care of it, it reaches 100%. You know what will happen 100% if it is reaches? Suppose if it is a ticketing system, PNR, no person will able to purchase ticket because it is not inserting. So the application will hung worldwide, not only for Chicago or US or worldwide. See the revenue loss. See the brand value loss. Who will take responsibility? Simply you ignore one message. See the impact. Are you getting the point?
Yeah, of course.
So
Yeah.
that is the reason 80 to 90% buffer, 90, so that you can ignore those situations. If you missed, somebody else. If they miss, somebody else. If they miss, immediate call, including VP level. Because revenue loss, right? Two kind of system we are dealing with. One is known as business critical applications. One is mission critical applications. Mission critical means no flight keeping in mind the United Airlines example I'm giving you. You can just take anywhere, but I'm just giving you the real thing you can feel. No flight is operating. What does it mean? Operation is on halt, right? Mission critical. Mission is on halt due to your own small mistake. Business critical means no revenue generation is stopped due to one's mistake. Who is going to pay the price for this? It's not small amount, right? Millions of loss on that night. Millions in just maybe a couple of hours kind of thing. International news. So we need to understand the impact, the gravity of these kind of things. It's not only giving one command. Taking the responsibilities. As a DBA, hardly the whole day you are going to work for 1 hour or 2 hours. Just like our military. We have to be standby kind of thing, always. You cannot just do here and there. They're not doing firefighting all the time. Maybe once in a lifetime, twice in a lifetime, correct? That doesn't mean that they are just relaxing all the time.
Right.
So you are kind of that, means as a profile of DBA. Okay.
Yeah, you're monitoring, like you see, you're constantly, or you have scripts that are monitoring and you're alert.
Yeah.
to
So
what's going on.
monitoring or all those things is definitely other team is there. They are informing, they are sending you. And after that, if you are not taking care of it, who is going to take the ownership? It's not that you have to monitor. No, monitoring tools are available. They will be sending you alert. They will be call. There is a call center set up for you. All is started coming to you. You are not responding. Means what? Maybe it happened with me. I overslept. I remember there is a ISM database. Still remember international scan mailing. Is there is a cargo, United Cargo. There is a this thing. What happened? System was down due to whatever reason. Database means listener got down due to some reason. If listener is down means nobody will be able to connect. We'll discuss much more detail later on, but I'm telling you. Due to some reason, listener hung. I got message. I was on support that time, weekend. Weekend was there. Okay. Monthly, one weekend. Everybody used to have one weekend, rotation wise. So they sent email. Half an hour. I missed it. Overlooked it, you can say, not missed it because I was there, but somehow it got ignored. Number one, they called me. Okay, it was not that big database or not that bad, means mission critical kind of thing. Okay, so the later on, little maybe after 2 to 3 hours, they call me, and I. Just on that day, I was exhausted. I came home and without refreshing, I just went to the bed and just slept. And they called me 4 to 5 times.
Wow.
And I missed it. At a little early morning, I just woke up and see the first thing because I was in support, right? First thing, instinct, okay, let me check. Means any call or something. Then I found around maybe 10, 12 call. Oh my God, I still remember I started sweating then only. I called my boss. He was so furious. What happened?
Wow.
So there is a system called primary and secondary. If these kind of things are happening, call will go to secondary. That means other person who are going to be not that active mode. You as a primary should be in the firefighting mode. In case call come to you, you might be busy in the other issues also. One scenario. Second scenario, I told you it happened due to whatever reason. Okay. So it's a manual error, you can say, right? It's not intentionally I did it, but it happened. So the system have been that if I got call, if I'm not responding, the call will go to secondary. Secondary means the other person, my backup. So he picked up the phone. And work was there just for 2-minute work. And that I'll show you what 2-minute work is. And he took care of it and issue resolved. So why I'm sharing all those stories to you? These are the things, these are the kind of work you will be doing.
Mhm.
You will not get surprised, oh my God, why this, why that. Work-wise, only 2 minutes. But see the scenarios.
Mhm.
If I can show you, okay, Courtney, if the space is there 80%, you add the data file. That's it, done. You don't know the impact. What could be the impact for your one small this addition? If you not do, entire company will be in trouble. Company name will be, means the brand value will be going down.
Yeah.
Now,
So it's responsibility. It's just,
yes,
that's really the big part of it, the major part, yeah. Responsibility.
yeah. This is pretty much. Now, we are going to so here, if you found that your table space called user is 80% used or something, okay, so you have to add or increase the size of the data file. But Upendra, increase the size, what does it mean? How much size I will increase? Is there any specific rules are there? Or whatever I feel like I can do? No, never. Some rules are there. By default, just for FYI, each and every data file size is maximum 32 GB. Okay? Maximum 32 GB. The smallest unit of size, the block size, what we used to say, just like in computer, the smallest unit of the disk or the memory is what? Bit, right? Smallest unit, bit, byte, if you remember, then we are going to KB, MB, GB, TB, a petabyte kind of thing, right? So if somebody will ask us, okay, what is the smallest unit of Oracle block? Okay, so it varies on different database, but 99.99 worldwide. So parameter DB 8 KB.
Mhm.
This is a very common interview question.
Mhm.
What is the block size? Default block size 8 KB. How to check it? DB block size. Clear?
Yeah.
But what is the size of user? I told you 32 GB is the maximum, but Upendra, how to check it? So if you remember, I have given DB underscore data underscore files, different views are there, right?
Right.
So here there is a byte. It is going to show you what exactly the size being used. Okay.
Right.
Maybe 32 GB is the capacity, but how much it has been used? How you will come to know? Okay. So I'll show you this. This is going to be showing you what is the used and what is the size, total size. This is going to be total size. So one is used, one is maximum size. But how to fire it? So here I'm going to show you. Select everything. I'll be keeping up to the mark, and then here I'll give you byte. Then max byte. We have to keep in mind the spelling of this thing. Okay, typo might be there, so it's there max bytes. Okay, because initially when you'll do practice, now these mistake will happen. Maybe instead of max bytes, you'll be typing max byte. So you need to do a little bit practice. That is the reason. See, I did the same thing. Here, actually, if you'll go and see its bytes is there, right? If you'll go in the top, I gave by mistake byte. So we have to be very careful. So start with, it will happen with you also. And it will take some time to resolve. And though I know I must have done some mistakes, I know that something related to, again, it happened. So it's
S.
yeah, S is missing. But here it's very much confusing, right? See, it's very tough to calculate. By default, size is coming, showing you as a smallest unit.
Mhm.
So we have to convert into, it's showing in the byte, so means we have to convert into KB, MB. So how to convert?
Human.
We have to just divide by something, 1024, correct?
Right, right.
So this byte into 1024 KB. Again, if I divide 1024 MB, if I again divide, it is going to show you GB. Make sense?
Yeah, yeah.
Same thing we have to do for this also. If you want to see the just a KB, so give 2 time only. I'm just showing you the KB part. Or you can just give GB, whichever way you are comfortable from. As I mentioned, the max size is what? See, 32 GB I told you, right? See,
Right.
31 point. So as per standard, whenever we are checking now, let's give everything as a MB up till MB only, not GB.
Okay.
Max byte you can say GB, that's okay, but what I did again. Common mistake. See, 900 MB, 570 MB, this is 5 MB only.
Right,
And this is 32 GB.
right, right.
Now, how to create or how to create a table space and add data file. Okay, so that is the syntax and all those kind of thing is there that you need to do practice. I'm showing you, I'm adding. So we are going to learn syntax wise, creating table space, adding data file into the table space. And then I'll give you another scenario and show you. Okay, so create table space. I'm giving SHA table space. Any name you can give, I'm giving SHA. So create table space name, then data file. You have to give the location where you want to create data file. And SHA01.dbf, dbf. Create table space name, data file name. Then size we have to give, maybe 100 mm. I'm giving. And I'm giving hit enter. Now, by reading the error, I understood what mistake I did. So I have to give starting with /01. What I gave only U0. U0 means it is.
Yeah.
Make sense?
Yeah.
See now, if you not give any size, how much size it is taking by default for SHA?
32.
0.
Zero, right. The max is 32.
Now this is confusing. You are not giving max size. So if any time you will be seeing the max size is showing 0, means it's a maximum one you have given by default.
Right, right.
Clear? 0
By
means
default.
maximum. Or you can give, you want to create, no, Upendra, I want to create one table space, but I want to create one table space called SHA1, and under that, SHA101, DBF size is this. I want to give a maximum size only 10 GB. Because it might happen that mount point don't have space, enough space. If you give more space, it will start throwing you alert. It might happen, right? 80% is the limit. If you'll add more size, what will happen? Suddenly, it will started throwing message. Your mount point is 80%. You have to fix the issue, kind of. So, due to whatever reason, you want to create a table space with size, max size only 10 GB. So, auto extend on max size, and no need to mug up all those things, right? Though I used to do, still I'll do some mistake. You have to simply do copy paste. So don't think of a second that okay, Upendra is typing which way I'm going to just mug up. No need to do anything. Google it, simple, copy paste, change the name as per your own convenience. That's it. Auto extend on max size 10 GB. Still, I'm doing some mistake here, right? The maximum I'll do the Google it, simple. Size this auto extend or extend auto extend. Okay. So I was doing typo here. The auto extend will be there. Okay. So that's okay. As I mentioned, you can go Google, create table script. It will show you.
Right. I just have one question here. Users, let's say hypothetically, let's say the issue was with the user's table space. It was 85%. So the solution is to increase the size of the table space, right? Or increase the size of a data file within the table space.
Both the answer are true here. Ultimately, you have to increase the size of table space. So one data file you can see here, use is saying use is showing you just 5 MB, right? 32 GB is there. So when the byte right now, if you see the size of users is what, 5 MB only?
Yeah, I would. Yeah, 5.
5 MB. It will keep increasing. It will go to this 32 GB, right?
Right.
So if that is the case, you don't have any option to increase the size because size is already 32 GB and 32 GB exhausted. As per the concept, what we have learned that the maximum size for data file can be 32 GB only. What is the other option then?
Right. So you create another table space.
No, alter table space name, add data file. Standard should be, if it is user01, it should be user02. What will happen, Upendra, if I'll give my name? Nothing will happen, but you are not following the basic rules. Are you getting the point?
Right, right. So you're adding a data file to the user's table space.
Yes. Then give whatever size you want to give to start with.
Yeah, perfect. That makes sense.
100 or 200 or whatever is there.
Yeah, so that's the solution. So if users was 85%, you just alter the user's table space and add the data file.
Yeah. So here user is see this one 5 MB, and here I gave default 100 MB, right? So it took 100 MB.
Perfect.
But here it is showing in a separate place, right? User one is this same user, but better in this situation in the real life, we'll be using order by clause. Order by sorting, you know, right? Order by table spaces. In this way, now it is showing both user see.
Right.
Or other way, order by instead of this order by table space, order by one. One means first column. First column is same. First column is what? Table space.
Table space. Yeah. Right. So practically in the job situation, you're going to have lots of you're going to have lots of different lots of different data files within the table space. So you're going to see here you're going to see a lot of users with the different data files listed.
True. Now, one small assignment for you. One table space can have a maximum how many number of data files? Okay. This is a small assignment. It will take 2 minutes for you to research. Okay.
Okay.
How many number of data file maximum one table space can have? Clear question?
Yeah, no problem.
Now, I'm moving to exact same thing, little different scenario I'm going to put in front of you. So here, what I'm going to create right now, I'm already created SHA and SHA1 table space. Okay. Here, if you will get alert, listen to this thing very carefully. Okay. These are the typical situations, very easy, but nobody will share with you. SHA1, you got an alert. Courtney, SHA1 is 85% full. Can you please resolve this alert? What Courtney will go and do? Courtney will check the table space. Okay, it is showing, yes, it is 100%. That is whatever its size is already reaches the threshold. So after checking into the view, Courtney is seeing 100 MB and another max size is around 10 GB, correct? Means 1024 this thing, right? What Courtney will do so that it will resolve the issue. So normally Courtney, whatever so far you know, you'll be adding the data file, correct?
Right.
But adding the data file is okay. It's not bad. It's not means wrong. But here the best practices is you can see that the max byte is showing only 10 GB. You have to increase that 10, maybe 10 to 20, or maybe maximum 10 to 32 GB. So if you increase the size, 10 GBs, 80%, 5% is showing that one, right? If you increase the max size, what will happen? It will reduce automatically. Right. Total capacity was showing 10 GB. And that's what you got alert saying that 85% is full. If you'll make it 20 GB or maybe 32 GB maximum, what will happen? percentage will reduce it. So you will stop getting alert. So conclusion is you have to check the max size also. If it is 32 GB, no option other than adding the data file. But if the max size is less or reduced, first to keep the data file's max size maximum. So in this case, how to resize this into the max? Because this is a data file. We are not going to add data file here, right? The reason I told you.
Mhm.
The reason I told you that why we are not going to add data file here. Adding data file, it's okay, not bad. Your issue will resolve. But best practices we are talking about. Or another question will come. Courtney, tell me the scenario in which you are going to resize the data file, or in which situation you will add the data file.
Okay, yes. So yes, well, I just want to clarify something, right? Because when you were adding the data file, my thought process was by adding a data file, you were increasing the max size automatically because you're increasing the amount of memory that's available to be used. Right. So when you were adding a data file, my thought was, okay, well, the max size was automatically going to be increased when you added the data file.
Ultimately, cumulative it is getting increased because here it is calculation is done on the base of tablespace, right? Earlier tablespace was having one data file, 32 GB. Now it was showing 85%, suppose. If you'll add another data file of 32 GB, so it is taking cumulative of 64 GB, right? So 64 GB, but use is going to be only some percentage where it is drastically reduced, right?
Okay. Interesting.
Because earlier maximum, suppose pay you had 10,000, suppose, dollar a month, and you have every monthly thing you are exhausting around 99%. So if you will double your salary, what will happen? The percentage of use of your salary is going to be reduced, right? It is going to be only 80% kind of.
Right. Yeah. I understand the math. I just want to be clear on what are the parameters. So when you say, let's say let's say the SHA was 90% used, 90% of capacity.
Yep.
So let's say the max size was 100 megabytes. Let's say the max size was 100 megabytes and 90 megabytes are being used. Okay. So you could, because the percentage is based on the maximum number of, the percentage is based on how many megabytes are allocated. So let's say 100 megabytes is allocated, but for the table space, but 90 megabytes are being used. 90 megabytes are being used, 100 megabytes are being allocated to the table space. But the 100 megabytes is allocated to the table space doesn't represent, of course, the maximum capacity, the maximum memory available that's possible for the data space, for the table space. That's just what's allocated so far.
Yep.
So when you say 90% used, 90% is based on the 90% percentage that's utilized. It's based on the amount of megabytes that are being used, divided by the maximum size available for the table space. That's how it's being calculated based on the maximum size
True.
available.
True.
Okay, right. So, right. So, and when you add a data file, you're increasing the maximum
Capacity.
size.
Yeah.
Or you could just manually just increase the maximum size without adding a data file.
True. Either by adding a data file or resizing the data file if the capacity is not maximum only. If it is reached the maximum, you cannot resize it, right?
Right. Right. Yeah, I just want to clarify. Yeah, you can't resize it. So if you had a scenario where you have a table space that's already set to the maximum, it's already set to 32 gigabytes, and you're at 90% use rate of that table space. You're already 90%, and the maximum is already set to 32 gigabytes. So you can't, for that table space, you can't increase the size because of the table space, because it's already at its maximum.
True.
You can't add a data file because the table space is already at its maximum. So do you just create another table space?
No, adding data file.
So
We are not
when
going
you when you add a data file in that scenario, it can't be under the same table space. You'd have to create.
It is going to be in the same table space. You are adding. If you remember, let me
Just one question there.
Yeah,
because when you add it, because you're already at maximum capacity for the table space size. So when you add a data file, you'll be going beyond the maximum.
Yeah. So I got your point. So here you missed one small point is what I said is in a table space, one data file size can be maximum 32 GB, correct?
The table space, yeah, maximum 32.
In one table space, one data file capacity is 32 GB max.
The data file is 32, or the table space is 32 gigabytes?
One table space, by default, we used to have minimum one data file, correct?
Oh, okay. You see, what I was reading was that a table space can have many different data files.
Yes. So here is just see my screen here. Hope you are able to see my screen, right?
Okay.
Earlier, this users have suppose 32 GB capacity, it have already exhausted. 32 GB was maximum, it has exhausted, right? And you got an alert saying that user table space is 90% or 100%, suppose 100% utilization. What you will go and check? Okay, yes, it is 100%. What you will do? Alter table space name, add a data file. So you can add another data file with the same capacity of 32 GB.
Okay. So, but that data file would have to be, you're saying that data file would be part of the same table space? Right. It's a new data file. It's you're adding a data file and it's part of the same table space, or it's
that's what you can see here. See the name of the table space.
Right. Uses table space.
Yeah. So
okay. So what it is really is, so what you're doing is you're linking one data file to one table space. And what's that?
To start with, this is a scenario. If you remember, you only replied me saying when I asked you table spaces and data file, you said, Upendra, one table space may have n number of data files, correct?
Right.
So n number means what? Maximum capacity 32 GB. Like that, you can have n number. It's not that cumulative 32 GB, 10 data file, cumulative 32 GB. It's not that. One table space have one data file to start with. One data file size is maximum 32 GB, but that user's table space can have n number of 32 GB data files.
Right. So I see how it's structured. I see how you're setting it up. So one data file here, you have one data file here. Can you see the arrow? You can see me pointing. So one data file, one data space, one table space, and then you can add another table. Excuse me. You can add another data file to the same table space. You can keep adding data files. So it's one-to-one, one data file to the table space. Then you can add another data file to the table space.
Yep.
Right. So what I thought it was like you had a group. You had users, table space, and then you have, and then you had data file 1, data file 2, data file 3, data file 4 under the users table space.
Yep.
And the total memory allocation has to add up to 32 gigabytes for that one table space. You see,
Cool.
but that's not how it's working. You have the users table space, and for this users table space, you have this data file, and you can have the same users table space with another data file, and you can keep going.
Yep.
To the maximum.
Yeah, but that's what I give you small assignment saying that users table space can have how many number of data files? Is it going to be some number limit or it is going to be infinite?
Okay, understand. Yeah.
That is the interview question I used to ask, and normally everybody means on the senior. These are the things.
Yeah, simple. Yeah, appreciate that. Yeah.
Make sense?
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, thanks.
So this is all about data files, table space, and all those, the practical perspective. Few things I'll discuss more, but this is the main thing. 99% you are going to use this only in your day-to-day activity as a DBA related to table space data file.
Yeah. Yes, clear.
So your assignment will be to create table spaces, adding data file with size maybe 20 GB, then resizing it to max. These things you have to do practice. Maybe it will take half an hour maybe, but you have to sit.
Right. Yeah, no problem. Yeah.
Okay. So your assignment will be just one small I told you. And another assignment will be you have to go through tablespace and data file chapter. And when we'll come, we will discuss with your doubts. Main thing, what is being done in the real life scenario, we have discussed 95%. 5% is left. Then we will discuss later on.
Right. Yeah. Do you have any recommendations for documentation to
always
look at?
Yeah, so I'll say, and this I've learned from my senior. He said only one thing, Upendra: never ever, when you are learning with any new topic in Oracle, never ever go and just normal Google with any XYZ document and follow that. No, always follow doc.oracle.com. Whatever you are searching, Googling it also, suppose table space, find the document which is under doc.google.com, doc.oracle.com. This is the only recommendation I have.
Okay.
Because what happened now, if you go and, I'm not saying everybody, because people who are just learning that, they are also creating, putting their document into Google. People have expert also, people from the Oracle also. Which one is more authentic? If suppose I'm learning only, and if I'll create any article, authenticity might be not that much, right?
Mhm.
But if somebody will read, they will be misguided. And it happened with me to start with my career while starting learning the architecture from the document. It was messed up my concept. And then got the suggestion from, and it makes sense because by that time I already burned my things.
Mm.
Okay, so docs.oracle.com, doc.oracle.com. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so see, hardly it is on a tablespace, you'll be seeing undo, temp, everything you have already covered.
Mm.
So it will be recap for you. And if you have any question, you'll come. If it is genuine in the sense, if it is going to make sense in our day-to-day activity, I'll explain it to you. If it is beyond that thing, I'll say just ignore it. We have to focus on the activity, what we are going to do as a DBA, not to just master for each and every component is not needed in the industry.
Yeah. Okay. Appreciate it.
Okay. So that's it for now from my side.